Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to another Wrestling Daze Hall of Fame induction video. That'll do. So today we are going to welcome into the Wrestling Daze Hall of Fame one of the most iconic tag teams of all time. Certainly they had a massive influence on me personally, and they are two of my favourite singles wrestlers that came together to form the British Bulldogs. Before we get stuck into that, I do want to just talk about the subscribers wing of the Hall of Fame. At the moment there are 38 names in there and we've got another 6 to add today now. I'm still going to call it the 38, I'm not going to change it to the 44. So that initial class of subscribers looks like it will be complete after this video, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to inducting those, so that'll be at the end of the video and we'll go in more detail after that. So let's talk about the British Bulldogs. British Bulldogs made their debut in 1983 and they parted ways about 7 years later. They competed within their careers within WWF, Stampede Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling and All Japan Pro Wrestling as well. Obviously Davey Boy goes on as a single star to go and feature in other promotions like WCW. The British Bulldogs were actually talent scouted by Bruce Hart, and they were spotted and brought over to Canada in 1983. Davey Boy Smith and the Dynamite Kid were cousins, and so it's no great surprise that they were used in programs pretty much all the time, either as a tag team or that they would actually face each other. The two feuded and teamed really all throughout the 80s. They won their first championship, the Stampede International Tag Team Championship, in 1984, and in that same year Stampede was actually purchased by Vince and WWF, and so the British Bulldogs found themselves in the WWF along with the Hart Foundation, Jim the Anvil Neidhart and Bret the Hitman Hart. As a result of that, the British Bulldogs had to finish their association with New Japan Pro Wrestling and All Japan Pro Wrestling as well, and they became exclusive to WWF. They feuded in the early days with the Hart Foundation and they actually won the tag team titles at WrestleMania 2 in what is regarded as the best match from that WrestleMania. They had Ozzy Osbourne in their corner for that. They actually defeated a team known as the Dream Team, which was Greg the Hammer Valentine and Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Dynamite sadly suffers a major injury in 1986, which forces Davey Boy to continue to defend the tag team titles, but with different partners. It became apparent by early 1987 that the Dynamite Kid just wasn't going to be the same, and so the decision was made that the British Bulldogs would have to drop the titles. Famously, it's noted that Davey Boy Smith had to carry the Dynamite Kid to the ring, and then when the Dynamite Kid got to the ring, not that much action actually happened for him. You know, it was basically Davey suffering a 2-on-1 beatdown at the hands of the Hart Foundation, who go on to become the new tag team champions. After some time away, the British Bulldogs come back, and this time with an actual dog called Matilda. And famously, Matilda was stolen by Bobby the Brain Heenan, which set a match up, I think it was WrestleMania 4, and that was the British Bulldogs against the Islanders. The British Bulldogs were also in a big feud with the fabulous Rougeaus, or the Rougeau brothers, and actually it's the British Bulldogs against the Rougeau brothers in the first ever Summerslam match. Their last pay-per-view appearance was the 1988 Survivor Series. Sadly, due to backstage altercations involving the Rougeau brothers, Jacques Rougeau in particular, and the Dynamite Kid in particular, the British Bulldogs find themselves leaving the WWF. Famously, Jacques Rougeau actually punches the the Dynamite Kid straight in the mouth, knocking out several of his teeth. He punched him with a roll of like quarters in his fist, and this was as a result of the Dynamite Kid, you know, for years playing tricks and antics and not fun stuff. You know, he has been described by many who were in the locker room at the time, in that era, as being a bully. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of it all. I just know him as the iconic, inspirational wrestler that he is to me. The Bulldogs go back to Stampede Wrestling and back to All Japan Pro Wrestling as well. But due to the fact that the Dynamite Kid was heavily using steroids as well as Davey, and the fact that Dynamite's injury in particular was getting worse, it was quite apparent they weren't the same team that they were before. British Bulldog has an opportunity to return to the WWF as a solo star, and he takes it. This led to big divisions between the Dynamite Kid and the British Bulldog. Dynamite Kid wanted to still try and compete as a tag team, and when Davey leaves, Dynamite Kid replaces him with someone called Johnny Smith. He changes the team name to the British Bruisers, but again, it's apparent that they're not the same. They're not as equal as what the British Bulldogs were able to achieve. And sadly, in 1991, the Dynamite Kid is forced to retire due to injury. British Bulldog obviously goes back to WWF, goes on to WCW, and has a fantastic singles career, you know, full of, you know, certainly that SummerSlam 92 match against Bret, always one of the first to come to mind, with, you know, a decent Intercontinental title run. He competes for the WWF Championship, and he's a tag team champion again with Owen Hart. So yeah, it was a real shame as to how it all finished. You're talking about two of the most technically gifted superstars that the WWE, WWF has ever seen. And it was just a real shame that it had to end that way. But really that turning point is that injury in 1986. Championships and accomplishments. So PWI ranked them as the 5th best tag team of all time. They're a 2-time Stampede International Tag Team Champions, 1-time WWF World Tag Team Champions. They were voted by Wrestling Observer as having the best wrestling move in 1984, but more important than that, they were the best tag team of the year in 1985. 3 matches for me to recommend for you to watch. The British Bulldogs against the Rougeaus in that SummerSlam 1988 match. WrestleMania 2, the Dream Team, Brutus the Barber Beefcake and Greg the Hammer Valentine against the British Bulldogs in a match that many say was the best of WrestleMania 2. And then something a little different, but I mean, just one of the greatest matches of all time anyway, Tiger Mask versus the Dynamite Kid. So this wasn't the British Bulldogs, but it is a Dynamite Kid match. This is from New Japan Pro Wrestling, April 21st, 1983, and it is the Sumo Hall show. And this match got a 5-star rating and is widely regarded as one of the greatest matches of all time. So I'm really pleased to welcome the British Bulldogs into the Wrestling Daze Hall of Fame. There's just one more thing to do, and that is to induct our 6 subscribers into the subscribers wing of the Wrestling Daze Hall of Fame. Now, I do want to just point out, I haven't chosen any of these people. I haven't chosen any of the subscribers that have successfully gone into the Wrestling Daze Hall of Fame. If you want to get in, then you have to answer 50 questions on the Wrestling Daze channel. The questions aren't up at the moment. It has been taken down. I am going to repost them in about 2 months' time, I think, a little bit closer to Christmas. But it is closed at the moment. But these 6 people, as well as the 38 that have already gone in, had successfully answered those questions. So I do see a lot of comments from people saying, oh, I really hope he inducts me, I really hope that he chooses me. I just want to point out, I don't choose anyone. All of these people have earned their way into the Wrestling Daze Hall of Fame. So with that being said, let's have a look at the 6 that have successfully done that. Tommy Shuka at Big B 2025, Roman, Jelko Keppins, Boss Hoss, Arthur Joey Garton. Awesome work, guys. Well done. Many congratulations. I've put the suit on again for you, 6, so that you get the full Hall of Fame treatment. There is one more thing that I want to do, and that is I want to do a prize draw. These 6 had answered the questions before the subscribers video. I wasn't able to check those answers and process it in time, so I'm doing it now, and I'm also going to give away the Xavier Woods basic figure as well, that I got from one of my earliest toy hunts. So I've got the 6 names in the cane mask, so let's see where Xavier Woods is going to go. The successful person is, and I'm proper mixing this up, yeah. It's this one, Arthur Joey Garton. Arthur Joey Garton, many congratulations. The Xavier Woods figure is on its way to you. I'm going to pop that down there. Awesome, guys. I think we are all Hall of Famed out. Thanks a lot for watching. Really do appreciate it. If you like the video, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, I really would appreciate it if you could. And hopefully, I'll see you again next time. From the Hall of Fame, bye for now.